This is Gia. I was just reading a book by Myka Meier, who is on YouTube. I found her initially on YouTube. I started from in a robe, and I am, excuse me, currently standing. It's because I just had surgery a couple days ago. I read one of her books. She has an etiquette book for business, and the one that I read was Modern Etiquette Made Easy by Myka Meier. I think it's very important for people to just have a general sense of etiquette and comportment because it's more about compassion and hygiene, being considerate of others, as opposed to it's elitist. And this is the time that the lawnmowers, the gardeners, and the landscapers start working, so that's not fair. I had all day to shoot this. For instance, opening the door for someone, this has nothing to do with gender. You can just open the door for anybody. I had an experience where my girlfriend, we'd go out for dinner once a week. We'd both dress up, and I would wear something that was showing a lot of cleavage. And I didn't know that you're not supposed to show that much cleavage because I was really pushing the envelope when it came to exposing my skin. I didn't realize, I put two and two together later, that she didn't really show her cleavage, not just because she's being modest or she's celebrating herself in a different way than I am. She had breast cancer, and I didn't even think of that. I don't know how sensitive she could have been that I'm kind of rubbing it in her face. So I think it's really important to have a basic sense of etiquette and just grounding manners, not necessarily wearing white gloves everywhere you go, but just a general sense of how to treat people, how to kind of foresee people's proclivities in case someone who's coming over, you know that they're allergic to, I don't know, like popcorn, so you won't serve popcorn, and you'll go out of your way to find something that would suit them, their tastes. Like if they hate the smell of hydrangeas, you're gonna put a different flower. You just can kind of predict what's gonna happen. Whatever you have ready, you can make people feel comfortable, is basically what etiquette is for. It was a lot about leveling up your personal brand. It's not just you're giving a show. It's just adding to who you already are. So something I really liked in the book that she went over was, does it fit to your branding board? So if you create a vision board or a mood board of who you are trying to portray, of this next level version of you or the goals version of you, say if you have Audrey Hepburn on there, you think of a charismatic, radiating, positive woman, or a supermodel if you want. Gisele Bündchen is always using her status to elevate people to something that needs to be paid attention to. You have to ask yourself, does it fit on my branding board? So it could be the color pink, it could be a cheesecake, it could be whatever you want. And I already personally have this, and it's pretty much a bunch of bikini photos. Not just for my body's sake, but for my health's sake, because I constantly am battling with the idea that I have to look a certain way, I have to feel a certain way to be presented this certain way. But I just want to be out and about and able with my friends, and I want to be healthy. It's basically what it is for my personal branding board. And she says to act like you're receiving an Oscar. So she mentioned how she gave birth and she was losing her hair and she was getting pimples and all of the things that come with being pregnant. Not the pretty things. There are lots of very pleasant things. You really do radiate, you do glow. Act like you're receiving an Oscar is how she says it. So you know how when people receive an Oscar, they all of a sudden become so gracious and they're so positive and happy. They're really bright and they're just in that zone where nothing can knock them down. So receive an Oscar when someone is being rude to you and turn it into something positive. So if someone says, you really changed, I don't know what it is about you, and they're trying to give it that negative twist in their voice, in their tone, then you say, thank you for noticing. I've been working on my personal brand, or I've been working on making sure that I see the world differently, that I present myself more positively. And if people are trying to turn you down, don't let people step all over your journey on how you're trying to glow up, because it's not theirs to step on anyway. She also mentions how when you walk into a room, there's a huge difference when you walk in with your eyes and your mouth open like this. I know it seems a little corny, but the truth is that does make a difference. I know with a mask it's harder these days. When you look receptive to the world is going to give you so much more. And something I heard recently was, be like water, because water is flexible and water is unbreakable. So if you can manage to flow as water does, then you can not only yourself set an example to be radiating brightness and positivity. But you can also, other people will see it too. Even if it's not right away, they'll notice in the long run if you are a certain way. So these are the main things that I picked up on Myka Meier's Modern Etiquette Made Easy. It was a really quick read, really fun and easy to read because she's just so likable. I found her on YouTube originally, and I'm gonna buy all her books. When I have kids, I'm gonna take them to her classes for Beaumont etiquette because she's really the definition of radiating positivity. And you can comment how many times I say that below, and I'll link the book down below because it is so good. It's really digestible, and I hope you like it as much as I do and did. I'm definitely gonna go back and read it again. Be sure to subscribe now for weekly reads, and I will catch you later.